Hey guys, this is a very simple video on how to set up a Gweike G20 Pro fiber laser using Lightburn. It doesn't matter if it's the 20, 30, or 50 watt, the process is the same. To do this, you'll need your machine, a computer, black piece of paper, or the included black aluminum cards. So the first thing to do is set your focus distance. Use the included ruler and measure 261 millimeters from the base to the bottom of the laser housing. Move your laser up or down until it sits at exactly 261 millimeters. You can see my included ruler on the side is off by 2 millimeters. Now that you're at the right focal height, upload the settings from the included flash drive Gweike sends, as shown. Next, in Lightburn, we're going to draw a square. Click the rectangle option on the far left, and at the top set it to a width of 20 and a height of 20. If it won't let you set both, make sure the lock symbol next to it is unlocked. Click at the top and make sure the square is moved to the center page. Click on Frame. As you can see, the square being framed is off center of the work area. To move it center, open the settings at the top. It's a little wrench symbol, and change the XY offsets. Some trial and error will be needed. Increase or decrease them until it's centered. Y-axis is for up and down, with plus or more being up and negative numbers being down. Similarly, X offset is left to right. Adjust those numbers until it's centered. Mine ended up needing to be changed in the Y-axis minus 0.08 millimeters. Every time you make a little change, close out of settings and click trace again to see if it's moved center. Now you can see my machine is center of the workspace, right below my laser dot. Next, we're going to go back into Lightburn and change the square to a rectangle by changing the width to 40 millimeters. Just to be sure, I'll make sure it's centered, and then I'll click Frame. Using a square, check to see if the laser is square to the working area. You can see here the laser contacts one side of the square, but not the other. This will matter if you intend to use one of the included squares. Useful for repeat burns or batch orders. To square it up, open the settings again and adjust the angle setting, this one right here. Once again, trial and error. Change it in small increments of 1 millimeter or less at a time, framing it and checking your square each time. Mine need to be adjusted minus 1.2 degrees, and then each time I had to check to see if it was square. So then I'll click Frame again, and using the square, I'll check it, and as you can see, the laser contacts the square evenly across it, showing me that it's square to the workbed. For the next part, we'll be firing the laser, so make sure you have all your safety equipment. Ideally, use your enclosure and vent it outside, but at a minimum, use glasses and a proper mask. Okay, place black paper or one of the black cards under the machine, like I am here. Change the rectangle back to a 20 by 20 millimeter square in Lightburn. Make sure it's centered. Click Frame. And it's very, very important here to make sure the framing is on your paper or card. Then click Start. The machine will now burn the square into the black paper or card. If you're not sure what settings to use, they are in the Gweike manual, or the automatic line settings will be fine. Now it's very important you do not move the card whatsoever. It needs to stay exactly in the same place. As I zoom in, you can see the new trace is slightly off the cut lines. It's a little bit higher, which is not what we want. Alright, to correct this, go back into Lightburn, settings, the little wrench at the top. In the top right of that window, you have offset X and Y. First, we'll adjust the X, 0.1 millimeter at a time, up or down until the side framing lines up with your framing on the card that you have not moved. Once you get the sides, you can do the Y offset until the top and bottom lines up with the original unmoved cut square on the card. Mine ended up being a setting of X offset 0.20 millimeter and a Y offset of minus 0.60 millimeters, but yours will be different, so you'll have to check it and frame it each setting change. So again, I'll click Frame for a final time, and as you can see here, the laser now lines up with the original cut perfectly. Now your machine is zeroed in. On focus, it's centered, squared, and aligned. You may notice your double focus dots are off. The top dot is the laser, the bottom one is the light to help guide the focus. I recommend always using a caliper and adjusting the height with a ruler to maintain proper focus. However, the two dots are a helpful guide when you're using different thickness of materials. So if you look under the bottom of your machine, you can see the laser lens and the guide light. In order to realign them, you can loosen these two screws, move the guide light with your hand until the two dots line up. Carefully hold the light steady and retighten the screws until both lights are on top of each other. Make sure you don't put any fingerprints on the laser lens. And now you're ready to go.